Welcome in and welcome to our Q&A for tonight. This is always a good time for me to just kind of chill out. If you have any questions or any concerns about what I'm talking about, please feel free to just chime in, write a message, and I'll get to your questions. I am Michelle Thena Morgan. I am the founder and CEO of Cave of Crystal, which is an online crystal community. We've been around for about 5.5 years. We were on Facebook for 5 and then came over and have spent the last 6 months here on Substack. And I have to say, I really do like this community on Substack. It's fun, and it is it's much different than Meta. So I really enjoy it, and I'm hoping that you're getting something out of these videos as well. So I'm here. It's cold tonight. I'm in front of my fireplace, um, which is I love this fireplace with my obligatory fall decoration, and looking forward to spending time with you tonight. Please feel free to follow and subscribe to my Substack. This helps our community grow. There are 2 levels of subscription. One is free. And with that free subscription, you have access to the live sales that I do, any special video sales or videos, these Q&As, our group chat, and you get a special of 10% off your highest priced item when you join a live sale and purchase on that live sale. So that's a great reason to just hit a free subscription. But we do have a paid subscription. It's $5 a month or $100 a year. And with that, you get that 10% off all video sales, not just the live sale. And you can purchase from the preview video, which is always great because I'll post that video. People will see stuff and they'll want to know how much it is. And I'm like, to wait for that live sale. But if you're a paid subscriber, you get the list of prices and you can purchase prior to the live sale, really secure those items. And also you get a free full-size crystal, excuse me, with every purchase. I didn't bring water. That's not a good idea, especially when I want to talk. I'm going to have to go get some. Hang on, watch the fire. Much better. All righty. So today, what am I going to chat about today? I thought that I would get into the next step, which in my last Q&A, I talked about cleansing your crystals and like different ways to do that. So after you cleanse them, what do you do with them? That's always a question I have. What do I do with it? The simple answer is you attune it. Now, when you say the word attune, when I say the word attune, I'm like, oh, it's so new agey, it's woo, it's kind of pretentious. But there's not, I couldn't think of a better word for it. I'm not talking about like attuning to the universal energy and, getting into that really heady stuff, which is not based in reality. I'm a real person. I prefer things that have substance and are tangible or have a purpose to them, even if it's dealing with the intangible. So I tend to kind of take a look at the more science-based research and development that's out there about this subject, because it can get out there and it can get into the kind of esoteric pretentiousness that sometimes permeates some, not all, but some New Age practices, like crystal healing. So, what do I mean by attunement? So, I try to think of it more as, if you had a tuning fork or you had a guitar and you were tuning the strings, or a violin and you were tuning the strings, that is what I mean by attunement. You want to get it into an alignment with yourself in a way that's useful to you. I mean, if we go back and we look at, like, say, physics, for example, um, if you break down matter consistently, matter is made up of different atoms that have different energy bonds that interact in different ways and create matter as we know it, as we perceive it as humans, including ourselves, right? But if we took those atoms and continuously broke them down into their electrons and neutrons and just kept on breaking them down, what you would have at the end of it all is pure energy. And so we are made up of pure energy. It's just arranged in a way that we perceive it as humans. Uh, this fireplace, the matter that makes up this fireplace, it might be more inert, which means it could be very slow moving, the atoms, which gives it this whole solid feel to it, right? And it's inanimate, but it's still made up of electrons and neutrons and dancing around in different combinations to give us, this is metal, I have this owl here, this is wood, this is going to have a different feel to it. But still, if you broke it all down, it would be pure energy. It's just the way that that energy interacts with each other and in an interconnected way that gives us our experiences of life. So with a rock, per se, how does this work? So this crystal is going to have its own innate energy signature. And even though it is quartz, which is the most common crystal on the planet, every single piece of quartz is going to be a little bit different because its organization is different. Each crystal has its own crystalline structure. And while it follows a pattern, which we know and have studied, where it comes from, its energy signature, it's going to be just slightly different, slightly unique, just like human beings are all slightly different and slightly unique. So what we want to do is bring our energy in alignment with the crystal and vice versa, bring the crystal's energy in alignment with ours. That's how we can then tap into that dance between the two, the energetic dance between you and the rock, and be able then to direct that energy or focus that energy in a way that could be helpful to you. So I always start when I get a new crystal, like this one. I really like this crystal. It's a rough crystal. It's a pink quartz, and it is a Lemurian, which is a type of quartz that has etching on opposite sides, and it is thought to facilitate the tapping into, I guess, of energy and knowledge from the universe. So it's thought by some folks that these crystals were planted here like star seeds. There's lots of people who have written about this that you can kind of explore that idea for yourself. I don't put anything past it. I'm open. Let's put it that way. I'm open to everything. I think that I just saw a video with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was talking about how in the 50s, that scientists discovered that all the dust of stars that have gone through their life cycle kind of travel through the universe and land on planets. So our planet is full of this star stuff. And when life organized itself here on Earth, it incorporated this debris from other stars. So we are literally made of star stuff. So the idea that this could have come from someplace else in the universe is an intriguing one for me. I can sit and think about that for a long time to come, but I'm not sure, and I don't know that we'll ever really have an answer, but I think the quest is the most important part, of exploring that. So when you attune to a crystal, you're tapping into things that you don't. Um, and I think that that's it can be a really expansive, wonderful way to explore your own humanity and your own place in the universe and how you feel about that. So, getting back to how you do this. Okay, so the first thing I would do when I get a new crystal, of course, is cleanse it. So, I'm just going to briefly bring this bowl. My crystal has been sitting out. So, just in case it's absorbed anything not so nice, I want to make sure that I'm letting that energy move out through the vibration of the bowl. And that's the one thing I really like about Tibetan bowls is that you can feel the vibration of the bowl. It's not something just in your head, it's something you're actually hearing and experiencing that vibration. I can feel it through my hand. I can feel it vibrate through my body. And so it vibrates also through the crystal. And once I'm finished cleansing the crystal, the next thing I want to do is start to quiet my mind. Now, the bowl and using the bowl helps that. It helps me bring my attention to the present moment, to feeling the vibration of the bowl, to feeling the vibration in my body, to hearing the sound. It's all brings you right here to the present moment, not lost in your thoughts. And once I am finished with ringing my bowl, I want to take the crystal in my hands, and I usually hold it in my left hand, which is the receiving side of the body, and then cover it with my right hand, which is the sending side of the body. And I focus on the crystal, keeping my vision soft. So your eyes are like partially shut and you're looking down your nose at your crystal in your hand. And then I'm just going to take several deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, holding for a few seconds, and breathing out through the mouth. And I'm going to do that 2 more times. That's 1. And I'll close my eyes and I'll focus on if whether or not I can feel any energetic vibration from the crystal itself in my hands. And I do. I feel like a pulsing. tingling sort of energy coming from the crystal. It's almost like it feels almost like a ping pong ball that's in um, or a pinball that's in a pinball machine. It's kind of bouncing around a bit, and I can feel that. And I realize that that kind of mirrors my own energy right now. I've just gotten off of work. It was a really long day. I have a lot of assignments. I'm training a new person. So I too felt like I was bouncing all over the place today. So I don't know whether the energy that I'm feeling is me or whether the energy I'm feeling is the crystal itself. And honestly, it does not matter. As long as I can focus on what it is I am feeling and just identify what I'm feeling in my body, I remain present. I'm not lost in thought. I'm not thinking about my day. I'm not thinking about the future. Just focused right here on the here and now between me and this quartz crystal in my hands. And at this point, when you're feeling very present in your body and you can feel all of the ridges and smooth facets of the stone or the bumps and imperfections, this is the time to just allow any pictures, ideas, feelings, just allow them to come in and notice them. Don't fixate on them. Just notice what comes. Like for some reason, I am getting pictures in my mind of like a snowy landscape far north with trees and the branches are all puffy with snow like cotton candy. And it's not windy. It's very calm. Just that crisp air after a big snowfall. And it's very still. I can hear my feet crunching through the snow. And there's water. There's a stream that has ice on it, but is still flowing. And so I like to know what message that means for me. And so I'm going to focus on the crystal in my hand. Yeah. So what I'm getting is in letting go of control, which is represented by the ice. I allow the water to flow and flow with it. That's when transformation is possible. And I think I've been struggling with that a bit because I want things to be a certain way and they're not. So that's a good message for me. That is attunement. It's finding the dance between you and the stone. Now, is it possible that this crystal came from a place like I described? Maybe. Or maybe that was just the message that I was meant to receive today, in this moment, right now, given everything going on in my life as it is right now, where I am right now. If I had this crystal a year ago, would it have given me the same message? Probably not. So, this is what I mean personally by crystal attunement. It is using the crystal as a means to, one, contact and remain in the present moment, feel connected in my body, and allow my everyday thoughts to kind of exit the room for a while so then I can focus on the powerful messages that can come through when I simply listen. So that is an example of crystal attunement. Now, there are other people who are, teach crystal healing and teach other kinds of more new age self healing types of work with crystals. That if you're going to use crystals for healing purposes as a healer, then the crystal needs to vibe to your energy so that you can use it effectively to help another. I am not a crystal healer. I am a crystal lover, a crystal collector, a crystal self growth aficionado, but I haven't done crystal healing with other people. And I have this whole crystal healing course that I had purchased years ago that I've never done. And so I'm going to kind of wade into the waters of this course and share that with you, my experiences with the material and with what I'm learning. And I'll be doing that in some blog postings to just expand my own awareness of crystal work. I don't know whether I'll agree or not agree or have a good experience or not a good experience, but I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to do. So stay tuned for those blog posts. So anything else I want to share with you about this process? It's simple, you know. This doesn't take. It's not brain surgery. It doesn't take a lot of, um, instruction on how to do it. There's no wrong way to do crystal attunement. I mean, really, what you're doing is creating something that is helpful for you to use for yourself and then possibly, expand to working with your family and friends, your pets. And I just thought of like when my cat, Leia, when she was very ill, I guess I did practice crystal healing with her. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just intuitively would pick different crystals. And I have this kind of chakra wheel with different crystal points on it and a pyramid in the center. And when she was just laying, sleeping, I would put it on her and she liked it. And I would move it around to different parts of her body. And she would just lay there and just kind of, purr and let the crystals do their work. So even animals can sense things. She also there's one specimen that I have, which is a really large uh, green apophyllite and peach stillbite specimen. It's on a big wooden stand. I've had it in shows for sale. Um, and that was her favorite. She used to lay with her head up against the base of that crystal and was instinctively drawn to it to help her uh, with. She had various ailments, but help her with her struggle with her cancers. So um, it can help. She was doing her own version of attunement. Oh, another thing you can do to attune to your crystals, and like this one is easy. This is black obsidian, and it's in this kind of big massage stone shape. This slides right under my pillow. So another way to attune and also to help you in your dreaming is to place one of your crystals. Um, I would recommend cleaning it first, cleanse it first, then put it under your pillow, and see what dreams may come. There are crystals that are thought to help with dreaming, such as amethyst and howlite. Um, Black obsidian is a protection stone, so if you're feeling anxious about sleeping, like there's too much going on or something might happen, um, this can help you feel like more grounded and get you into the mood to sleep. Um, Slide it under your pillow, and the energy of your dream state is it will attune with the crystal through the pillow, and depending on which crystal you choose, might influence your dreaming energy. I wouldn't put anything that's too high energy under there. You won't be able to sleep at all. But experiment, see what how that works. Another way to attune also is to carry a stone with you during the day in your pocket, your wallet, your purse. And when you're feeling frazzled or you have a moment where you can just sit and breathe for 5 seconds, pull that out and sit with it and regroup for the day. Keep bringing yourself back to the present, because I know with those of us who hold jobs in, especially in like the corporate world, or you have like a physical job where you're working like for long hours, like in construction or some other type of trade, you're going, 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 right? So take a moment to just stop. Use that crystal as a focus. Bring yourself back to your breath. Okay. My throat's dried, so I'm going to cut out. And, ooh, I knew that was coming. So excuse me. But I'm going to stop for now. If you have any comments or what questions, write them in the message and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for spending time with me. And I'll go off and sneeze some more. Remember, just be you and make this work for yourself. Thanks. Bye.